Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Again, another fairly warm day, and it's threatening rain, but I am gonna get my daily walk in again. It might even be warmer than yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. But today I want to talk about the art of the tariff. Oh my heavens. Naysayers will say that, tariffs are always bad, or I should say the threat of tariffs, or whatever. Trump is just rewriting the playbook. I love what's going on, and I don't know the future, but so far it looks like we're gonna get what America and the world needs through the threat of tariffs without actually having to place the tariffs on different countries, on China, on Mexico, on Canada. I can't believe the breakneck speed of which Trump is taking action, and I love it. But yesterday, when Prime Minister Netanyahu from Israel was visiting the White House, he made some bold announcements or plans about the Gaza Strip, and my jaw was dropping, because love him or hate him, Trump can think outside the box, and the art of the deal, who knows what will happen here, but can you just imagine this area that has been in conflict for so many years? Trump has a sixth sense about knowing what other people want and what they truly want and what he really wants, and is able to strike a deal. And it's too maybe early to tell, but just think of this. Place all these Palestinians in some other country, or give them some land from some other country, or place them in several areas in several countries, and give them a peaceful life, a nice home, and there's enough money in the world, enough rich people in the world to make this happen and actually bring peace to this region. I don't know what's going to happen, but oh my heavens, that's the most hopeful news I have heard. Trump is so funny. No one can argue that he has a small personality, but he's just the reporters cannot keep up with him. Oh, at his age, he works like it's the hardest work I've ever seen. But anyways, I mentioned this to a good friend of mine who has a much bigger YouTube channel than mine, and he thinks he's going to make a video on this. Oh, I'm getting some sunlight here. Okay, soon. I can't wait to hear his thoughts. He knows so much more about this region than I do, and the scriptures. And I'm not a scriptorian, but my nephew sent me, who's much more of a scriptorian than I, emailed me some scriptures last night out of the Book of Mormon. I don't ever remember reading or understanding in this way. It's just this new developments with Trump and Netanyahu in the Oval Office and their discussions. It's just making these scriptures in the Book of Mormon come alive. I think it was 3rd Nephi chapter 20. And my good friend has a YouTube channel, Watcher Palmer, who can expound on these things much better than I can. And I can't wait for what he's going to post. He said he'll probably talk about this in his next video. I can't wait to see what he has to say. But imagine that. The art of the deal. You know, let's not fight. It reminds me that Monty Python skit in, I can't remember which, The Holy Grail, I think it was, where he says, where the guy says, "We've had enough. It's not a matter of who killed who and did this. Let's have I can't even remember the skit, but a funny skit in Monty Python about that. Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who. Let's come to some peace." And oh my heavens, can you imagine that? Who in their mind are the Palestinians? I don't know how attached they feel to that land, and hopefully my Watcher Palmer will talk about that and why they're so attached to that land. But imagine it looks like it's desolate, completely desolate, bombed out, unsafe, and someone like Trump coming and say, "Hey, you 1.8 million, I guess, Palestinians in that region, we'll make nice homes for you in some other country and get other countries to either donate land or whatever, and we're going to make you a nice town and we're going to take over the Gaza Strip and make it a nice, safe place." And I'm assuming that because America is talking about taking it over, I think if that were to be taken over by Israel or Israel, it might inflame the Middle East. So I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know. I'm no expert. But if America were to take it over and Trump were to take it over and ensure peace there, it might be a deal that the Palestinians would love. Who doesn't want a safe place for their children to grow up? It's just such an interesting idea. And and then add to that talk of America making Greenland a state, making Canada a state, and taking back the Panama Canal, not by force, but by the art of the deal, the art of the tariff. It's so, I can't wait to turn on the news every morning and find out what has happened. You just cannot keep up with President Trump, and he's not a perfect man, and not everything he's going to do is going to be perfect. Like my favorite guy on TV, Greg Gutfeld, and like he says, you can love a restaurant, but you don't have to love everything on the restaurant on the menu. Your favorite restaurant can be a place that has a few items on the menu that you're not in love with, but you don't stop going to the restaurant. So I'm just thrilled, and who knows what's going to happen, but I just, every morning I wake up and I say, well, what has happened today? It's some of the most hopeful news I think I've ever heard. So, let's see, that's 10 minutes. That's about my sweet spot right there. Anyways, I'd love to hear your comments, and also go over. I want my 10 viewers to go over, and if they haven't subscribed, for Watcher Palmer, my good friend, he was a few years ahead of me, but we grew up in the same ward. Great guy, and he has some wonderful life experience and knowledge on the Middle East and scriptures and life experiences. It's just fun to listen to. So go on over and sign up. I think he's gonna, like I said, back when right before the election, I said I put out my final plea to America, and I joke about how I think it was my video with 10 views and Joe Rogan's interview with 20 million views is what put Trump over the top. So I'm taking some credit. All right, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.